Welcome to the Pluto Lounge, where we just chill. Hello, and welcome back to the Pluto Lounge. Tonight, we're going to play some Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, this is like the third game in the series, so there's like so much stuff. But don't worry, I got you. We're going to do a little recap. So, starting with Dragon Age Origins. First, I need to explain there's these thing called the Darkspawn. Right? They're these tainted beings. If they slice you up with their sword, you become tainted and die, even if you survive the wound. And there's also these old gods, right? And when a darkspawn infects an old god with their taint, that's technically starts a blight. Basically, that old god becomes an archdemon, like this big old dragon, and it commands all the darkspawn. Because the darkspawn, they're similar to like orcs in Lord of the Rings, but not as intelligent. Like they're typically don't have the capability to even speak. So this mindless herd eventually has like a singular mind, and then command them to just go wipe out and kill everybody. So like hide your kids, hide your wife, crazy, right? And then there's these people called wardens. So these people drink the blood of the darkspawn, and if they survive that, then they become a warden. They're able to like sense the darkspawn. So these are details. I know. But then next up we have Alistair, who is the bastard son of the former king, and the current king is Alistair's brother, half brother technically. And then we have Morgan, who's a witch, and her mother is Flemeth, who we strongly suspect is Mythal. And that is like a god from like ancient times. And basically she's Flemeth in human form or somehow, whatever. We don't really know the connection. So there's that. Now, there's also Logain, who's the commander of the army. So basically, man, stuff was going down. There's like huge war. The king was getting hella cocky. He's like, man, we could just kill all these darkspawn. Let's do it. And then Logain was like, nah, man, you tripping. So they have this plan, and then they confront the army. And then Logain, not sure if it was a tactical retreat or a straight up betrayal, but instead of doing the flank, he just dipped. He's like, all right, man, deuces, I'm out. And then, of course, the king dies, and our wardens are kind of now just like the youngest. So our character that we're controlling in Dragon Age Origins, he's one of the wardens with Alistair, and he forms this little ragtag crew. They go traveling around the country, solving everyone's problems to eventually build up this gigantic army to fight the Darkspawn, right? But right before that climactic moment, there is this thing called the Landsmeet. They're trying to figure out who's going to rule the humans in the city called Denerim. And Logain, man, dude's like, the power is going to his head, so he's just going to control everything. But you finally get to put him on the spot, and essentially the warden, he takes control. He marries the queen, is like, hey, I'll run this country now, right? And then Alistair has a little hissy fit because instead of killing Logain, we decided to bring Logain into the Dark Wardens. And so Alistair's like, no, and he just runs away and becomes a drunkard. So now that's Dragon Age. Now we have, one little bit. Morgan. So typically when you kill the archdemon, the archdemon's soul goes into the warden that killed it and kills the warden, and the soul dies, right? But there's like this little dark ritual, the warden and Morgan, they did the big nasty and conceived a child, right? So still in Morgan's belly. But when the warden killed the darkspawn, instead of the soul going into the warden, it went into the baby that hasn't been born yet. So then the baby's gonna have the soul of an old god that's in Morgan. And then the warden was like, hey baby, all right, let's do this together. And she's like, nah, I'm out. And just like, you're never gonna see me again. And he's like, damn. But he ended up chasing her down, and she's like, decides she just kept wanting to run away. But dude was like the leader of a country now, so he decided to, all right, I'll catch up with you later. Dragon Age 2. Okay, now we have a new hero. His name is Hawk and his family, and they live in Ferelden, which is the southeast of the continent, right? And then they're there during the blight, and they're like, okay, we got to get up out of here. So they pack up their bags and they flee. Well, they didn't really have bags, they just straight up dipped. But they flee a bit north and to the city called Kirkwall. And in Kirkwall, we're there for basically 6 years. So a ton of stuff happens, but now I got to break down, there's mages, right? And through most of the continent, in every country, there's this thing called a mage tower. So all mages, as soon as they're a kid and find out they're a mage, they need to report and go to this mage tower where they're basically prisoners for their entire lives. And there's special rules. Sometimes you get to leave for certain circumstances. So it's crazy. Imagine like being like in a boarding school for the rest of your life. So of course, there's these Templars, and they have the ability to cancel out the mage's magic. So they are like the guards of the mage tower. They make sure no mages escape, etc. They do some funky stuff to be able to track them down if they do escape, and then, you know, typically kill them. And there's this thing called tranquility. So a Templar can make a mage tranquil, which is simply like lobotomizing him, like when Superman does it. So you lose all your sense of self and you kind of just follow commands. It's crazy. But yeah, so there's this whole thing brewing because in Kirkwall especially, the Templars are tight. They're like hella strict, not letting the mages do anything and doing some foul stuff on you know, let's say, hey, they make this woman tranquil, right? The Templars, some of them will take advantage of that. So yeah, foul stuff, foul, right? So then the mages, they escape and they're terrified. And then there's this thing called blood magic. So if they can like cut themselves or do something to make blood come out of their body and then control it with their magic. And that magic is typically a bit more powerful than regular magic. The only thing is when you start doing all that blood magic and stuff, you get more susceptible to being taken over by a demon, because there's like two worlds essentially. You have your typical world and you kind of have like the Fade. So I know most of y'all watch, you know, Avatar: Last Airbender. So think of it kind of like you have your regular world, then you have the spirit world. That's kind of like what the Fade is. Now that we explained all that, so yeah, the mages, they're kind of like getting crazy, stir crazy. They're running around trying to escape and then doing blood magic, then becoming demons and all that stuff. And eventually it leads to a boiling point. And this dude named Anders, he was actually rolling with us. He was rolling in our party, you know? And behind our backs, this dude set up some bombs, even manipulated us to help him with it without knowing, and then blows up the entire chantry. Like the chantry, like imagine like England, right? There's like one big church. That's where everyone worships. That's like the key place, right? And one of the greatest spiritual leaders is there. This dude blows up that place, just straight up blows it up. It's gone with that person and everyone else inside of it. And then it just sparks it. Templar's like, oh, hell nah. We about to kill all y'all. You know, it's done. Like the Knight Commander Meredith, she's like, she had it. And then the mages is like, hell nah, if you're gonna try to kill us, man, we gonna fight back. And then they look at the champion, which is Hawk, and he's like, all right, you know, he picks a side. He ends up going with the mages, but really he ends up killing a bunch of mages, a bunch of Templars, because everyone's just acting a fool. But eventually he kills the Knight Commander, and things kind of calm down a bit in Kirkwall. But that whole event of blowing up the chantry kind of like spread out through the entire continent, and a bunch of mage towers started to rebel as well. And the next thing you know, we had this huge mage and Templar war across the entire continent, and they just, man, they fighting. And like, we're talking about mages, so there's stray magic bullets going everywhere, and just a lot of innocent people are getting caught up in a crossfire. Like tons of destruction is bad. So anywho, like after Dragon Age 2 finishes, this war happens for 4 years. 4 years. So then Divine Justinia the Fifth, she calls like this conclave. So the Divine, imagine it's like the Pope, right? The most high spiritual Catholic person, whatever. So this Divine Justinia, she calls this conclave. She brings like some of the leaders from the mages and the Templars, and they're like, hey, this war needs to stop. Let's figure out how we can have peace between you guys. Let's figure this out, right? And then that is the start of Dragon Age Inquisition. Now here we are. We're at that point. One little caveat. Let me also explain Orlais. Orlais is to the west of both Kirkwall and Ferelden. And Orlais, they having this crazy civil war, kind of like was close to going down in America if they start banning guns and stuff. But so first we got Empress Celine, hint, hint, she runs the place. And then we got Gaspard, he's pretty high up, I forgot his title. And then we got Briala, she's like this elf, and she's like this, man, super secret assassin and likes pulling things behind the strings. Think like from the last Airbender, like that one dude in the Earth Kingdom, that was you know, taking people to Lake Lagaya or whatever. That dude, I forgot, I think they're the hand, I forget, but whatever. So basically it's like that triangle. And then Gaspar, like, dude loves power, so he was trying to like do this whole elven uprising to like, you know, kind of get at Empress Celine. And then she catches wind of that, and then she slaughters everybody. She slaughters all the elves, just straight up wipes them out, massacre, like evil, straight up pure evil, right? But then we also find out that part of the reason she did that is because she murdered Briala's parents. And Briala and Empress Celine, you know, they secret lovers, you know, they be getting it on the down low. So that is our Dragon Age storyline so far. So I've been talking for a minute, so let's jump into this. Let's go female this time. I've mainly done men. For the Inquisitor, it just feels right. Let's do it. We'll do assassin, because Origins we were a warrior, Dragon Age 2 we were a mage, now we got to be assassin, get that whole trifecta, and of course we're playing on hard. Don't worry, I'll fix this later.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
What do you mean, everyone's dead?
Explain this.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need her, Cassandra. I can't believe it. All those people. Dead.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember... running. Things were chasing me, and then... a woman?
A woman?
She reached out to me, but then...
Go to the forward camp, Liliana. I will take her to the rift.
What did happen?
It will be easier to show you. call it the Breach. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that?
This one did. Unless we act, the Breach may grow until it swallows the world. Each time the Breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the Breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
I understand.
Then...
I'll do what I can. Whatever it takes.
They have decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The Conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the Breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Smaller than the Breach.
Cute.
Blessed are the righteous, the knights of the shadow.
Open the gate. We are heading into the valley.
I love this atmosphere. Wow, look at that. It's like, damn, imagine if you woke up to that.
The pulses are coming faster now. The larger the Breach grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everything farther in the valley was laid waste. Stay behind me!
Aw, snap. We got our weapons, baby. Let's move this to here. We're rogues, so we don't fight full straight up. We go behind them. Execute. That was not the guy I wanted to attack, but whatever. I can attack this guy.
It's over.
Drop your weapon. Now!
All right. Have it your way.
Wait. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless. I should remember you agreed to come willingly.
Yeah, you should.
Take these potions. Make a note of what we will face.
Where are all your soldiers?
At the forward camp or fight. We are on our own for now.
The melee combat in this game just feels a bit off because you can't move when you're attacking. So you have to stop your auto attack, then you can move. But the enemies move quite a bit. So a lot of times you'll be stuck in an animation and you have to wait till that animation finishes before I can move. Like right then. So it feels just really awkward. And it looks awkward. Alright, stealth. Order her to attack. And then we'll take out the squishy. Boom, shakalaka, shakalaka. Damn, we need a gap closer. Oh my gosh, we missed. Oh my gosh. Yeah, playing melee isn't super intuitive. At least until we get some more abilities. So we do get some movement ability, so that should help quite a bit. Oh shoot, tilde key. In World of Warcraft, like when I play Rogue, my stealth was always the tilde key. This game, it opens the console, which is really annoying. Like I couldn't even unbind it, which is a bit of a bummer. But oh well. Ooh, do we one shot? I'll take it. You draw the aggro, we assassinate. Ooh, I love it. Oh my gosh. Why am I doing no damage to this guy? Like, is that shield dropping at all? Stop moving around. Oh, you did not call up his shield right before you died. Oh my gosh. Like I'm playing on hard, right? And there's a couple trials. Like trials, it's like these little in-game scenarios that could make things a bit more difficult and increases your rewards for doing so.
We're getting close to the rift. You can hear the fighting.
Who's fighting?
You'll see soon. We must help them.
Then help we shall. Oh, I lost my stealth. Okay, we did a lot of damage that time.
Quickly! Before more come through!
What did you do?
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
You mean this?
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass-deep in demons forever. Varric Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
Are you with the Chantry, or...?
Was that a serious question?
Technically, I'm a prisoner, just like you.
I brought you here to tell your story to the Divine. Clearly, that is no longer necessary.
Yet, here I am. Lucky for you, considering current events.
That's a nice crossbow you have there.
Ah, isn't she? Bianca and I have been through a lot together.
You named your crossbow Bianca.
Of course. And she'll be great company in the valley.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Ugh.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
You seem to know a great deal about it all.
Solus is an apostate, well-versed in such matters.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels have allowed me to learn much of the Fade, far beyond the experience of any Circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed regardless of origin.
And what will you do once this is over?
One hopes those in power will remember who helped, and who did not. Cassandra, you should know, the magic involved here is unlike any I have seen. Your prisoner is no mage. Indeed, I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well... Bianca's excited.
This way, down the bank. The road ahead is blocked.
We must move quickly.
Hey, it's nice having a jump.
Demons ahead!
Glad you brought me now, Seeker?
Damn it. See, that tactical camera thing just took me out of my mojo. Sinking to tutorials. Looks like they're giving the enemies a bit more HP. That's more like it. Man, I love the music.
So, are you innocent?
I don't remember what happened.
That'll get you every time. Should have spun a story.
That's what you would have done.
It's more believable and less prone to result in premature execution.
Fair enough. Oh my gosh, stop moving. I swear there's another one. Oh, there you go. Oh, you bastard.
I hope Liliana made it through all this.
She's resourceful, Seeker.
We will see for ourselves at the forward camp. We're almost there.
I love that when you loot, it doesn't pause the conversation like it used to in the previous games. I can't tell you how much of a pain that was to edit.
Another rift!
We must seal it! Quickly!
They keep coming! Help us!
Nice.
Hurry! Use the mark!
Oh
The rift is
yeah.
gone. Open the gate.
Right away, Lady Cassandra.
We are clear for the moment. Well done.
Whatever that thing on your hand is, it's useful.
I would say so. Gotta restock.
Ah! Here they come.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who she is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Val Royeaux to face execution.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk. A bureaucrat.
And you are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead! We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
Isn't closing the breach the more pressing issue?
You brought this on us in the first place! Call a retreat, Seeker. Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
How do you think we should proceed?
Now you're asking me what I think.
You have the mark.
And you are the one we must keep alive. Since we cannot agree on our own,
Use the mountain path. Work together. You all know what's at stake.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
Oh my gosh. I love the cinematography. It was just some beautiful shots. And then how it transitions to them like climbing up the mountain and the footsteps in the snow. Ah, perfection. And just look at this. Look at this atmosphere. Like, this is crazy. And then the ambience is just fantastic. Can't believe this game is like almost a decade old, but still looks this damn good.
The tunnel should be just ahead. The path to the temple lies just beyond it.
What manner of tunnel is this? A mine?
Part of an old mining complex. These mountains are full of such paths.
And your missing soldiers are in there somewhere?
Along with whatever has detained them.
We shall see soon enough.
Oh, we got company. Damn, not as damaged as I was hoping for. I do no damage. It's supposed to be a glass cannon, not a glass whoopee cushion. I shall tickle you to death with 1,000 tickles. Yes, you may laugh and giggle at first, but eventually you'll turn into agony. Damn, this is dope. And then look at this lighting. Like, we have the blue from the ice with the red from the torch, or the orange and the red. Just amazing. And look at this. It's probably like a little side room we probably won't ever come back to again. But the amount of detail that's in here, just reusing assets. It's like environment art 101. I hate these shields. There we go. That's more like it. Oh my gosh. And he pops another freaking barrier. Oh, of course she moved. It's the only thing about difficulty. I hate when they just increase health. Like, that's not raising the difficulty, that's just making it a bit more tedious.
Guess we found the soldiers.
That cannot be all of them.
So the others could be holed up ahead.
Our priority must be the breach. Unless we seal it soon, no one is safe.
I'm leaving that to the lady with the glowing hand.
I guess Solace is the sacrifice the few for the many type of guy. Okay, so these guys have less health, which is nice.
Lady Cassandra! Lieutenant, you're alive.
Just barely.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
Thank the Maker you finally arrived, Lady Cassandra. I don't think we could have held out much longer.
Thank our prisoner, Lieutenant. She insisted we come this way.
The prisoner? Then you...
We have to get to the breach, and quickly.
To the breach? I don't...
The way into the valley behind us is clear for the moment. Go, while you still can.
At once. Quickly, let's move!
The path ahead appears to be clear of demons as well.
Let's hurry before that changes.
I guess the whole thing does feel really weird. It's like our character, she was imprisoned for being a prime suspect for mass murder and terrorism. I mean, it literally was a sole survivor of a huge explosion killing everybody. And, you know, Cassandra knows this girl all of 5 minutes and is like, hey, what do you think we should do with our entire army? Okay, let's do whatever you say. It's like, come on. It just feels really, really weird. It's like maybe they could have written it in a way where like Cassandra and that one dude were just arguing, so then our character steps in and it's like just makes a decision for them. That'd be a little bit more believable. Why are these ladders so obnoxious to click on? Wow. This place is just so beautiful. Damn, that is epic. It's like, damn, from the VFX, from the concept art, from the environment art, like everyone just did a hell of a job here.
The Temple of Sacred Ashes.
What's left of it?
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
Damn. This is crazy. Like, this is crazy.
Is a long way up.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Leliana, have your men take up positions around the temple. This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
I'll try, but I don't know if I can reach that, much less close it.
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key. Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Now is the hour of our victory. Bring forth the sacrifice.
What are we hearing?
At a guess, the person who created the breach.
You know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple, corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone help me!
That is Divine Justinia's voice.
Someone help me! What's going on here?
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
What's going on here? Run when you can! Want them!
We have an intruder. Kill her, now.
You were there! Who attacked? And the Divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Echoes of what happened here. The Fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
Huh, it's got a lot of
We
armor.
must strip its defenses, wear it down.
Way ahead of you.
The demon is vulnerable. Now!
Oh my gosh. Can you follow the target, please? Oh my gosh, Varric! It's like the annoying thing about Varric is that when he auto attacks, he walks forward. So you have to keep repositioning him.
More coming through the rift.
Alright, let's disrupt. We did that to re-stealth. But yeah, there's like a damn hole in the sky. Everything's going crazy. This is something that's never happened before in this world. Yet somehow Solus just knows exactly what to do. It's crazy. Dodge that. Oh my gosh, walk forward. There we go. Get our cooldowns back. Dang it, Varric. Just get out of the way, dude. That's all you gotta do. Almost there, almost there.
Now, seal the rift.
Oh, he's dead. Nice. Good job, team.
Do it.
Oh. I didn't know you were awake, I swear.
Don't worry about it. I
beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You are back in Haven, my lady. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand. It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
Then the danger is over.
The breach is still in the sky, but that's what they say. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
One little thing I forgot to explain when we did that little recap at the beginning. So, Corypheus. For me to explain him, it's a little awkward because, man, this gets really lore heavy, but I'm going to keep it short. All right? So, Hawk, back in Dragon Age 2, somewhere in between Act 3, he gets led out to the secret Grey Warden prison, right? And it turns out his daddy did like some blood magic to imprison Corypheus there. I mean, kind of behind his will, but you know, that's a whole nother story. You got to watch the Let's Play. But so Corypheus is chained up there. Hawk goes down and he's like, you know what, let's free this fool so I can just kill him. And boom, we done with it, right? So Hawk goes there, he frees Corypheus, and then he kills him. Or so he thinks. Now, Corypheus kind of has like a power similar to Old God, where he could transfer his consciousness or whatever, his soul, into another being and then take it over, right? So he kind of does that. You see it a little bit, but Hawk didn't know. And then so the little backstory in Corypheus is that, you know, there's this country up north called Tevinter, and there's these people called magisters, these really powerful mages, because in that society, like, mages rule the world. So like, if you're American, imagine like the magisters are like, you know, the politicians basically, or, you know, the corporations, excuse me. So you got like these crazy magisters, and then what we believe they did this in Kirkwall. They did some type of ritual that allowed them to enter the Fade with their physical bodies. Now, remember I talked about the Fade is similar to Avatar Airbender, where you got the spirit world, right? So like Aang, like when he would do his little meditation stuff, he would like send his consciousness into the spirit world where he'd interact with spirits, right? But his body would stay in the physical world. That's kind of similar to how this works. So it's unheard of for anyone to bring their physical bodies into the Fade, except these magisters did it, right? And then so like imagine, not sure what your religion is, so please don't take offense, but like imagine, let's say God, right, in heaven, and they go into heaven with their physical bodies, right? And then like roll up to like wherever, God sleeps. If he does sleep, I mean, we don't know. But anyway, so he goes up there and then there's nothing there. And they go on to like this thing that's called the Golden City. So when we go into the Fade, I'll point it out, but there's like this city like up top, right? And then so they go up there and then it's mayhem. Everything turns black. And then this triggers like the first blight and all craziness breaks loose, and then like these magisters they turn into something, right? So that's like my little short story of Crepheus. The only odd thing there is that Varric was with Hawk when they slayed Crepheus. So as soon as like Crepheus spoke, I would think that Varric should have recognized that. So we'll see. Anywho, let's do this. Okay.
That's her. That's the Herald of Andraste. They said when she came out of the Fade, Andraste herself was watching over her.
Hush. We shouldn't disturb her.
That's her. She stopped the breach from getting any bigger.
I heard she was supposed to close it entirely. Still, it's more than anyone else has done. Demons would have had us otherwise.
Everyone's a critic.
Chancellor Roderick says that the Chantry wants nothing to do with us.
That isn't Chancellor Roderick's decision, sister.
Have you gone completely mad? She should be taken to Val Royo immediately. Chain her! I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that and leave us.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
So I'm still a suspect, even after what we just did?
You absolutely are.
No, she is not.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
You, and many others.
But not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to her for help.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
You can't honestly believe I'm any kind of chosen one.
We are all subject to the will of the Maker, whether we wish it or not. No matter what you are or what you believe, you are exactly what we needed when we needed it.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order, with or without your approval.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new Divine. And then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
You're trying to start a holy war.
We are already at war. You are already involved. Its mark is upon you. As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
What if I refuse?
You can go if you wish.
You should know that while some believe you chosen, many still think you guilty. The Inquisition can only protect you if you are with us.
We can also help you.
It will not be easy if you stay, but you cannot pretend this has not changed you.
If you're truly trying to restore order...
That is the plan.
Help us fix this before it's too late.